After more than 20 years of investing, I realized something interesting. People don't underperform because they chose the wrong investment. They underperform because they keep interrupting the one that actually works. And that leads to the three mistakes that no one realizes they are making. Let's find out.
Your investments are like a train. It takes a while to get the train going. And once it's running smoothly, what if you had to pull an emergency brake? Medical bills, car breakdowns, job loss, things like that work like an emergency brake. You stop your investment, and worse, you start rating it. Now think about the train restarting again. How much time does it take? How much do you lose in terms of the distance traveled and time? But there's a simple fix for this. Emergency fund. Put around 3 to 6 months of expenses. Now I know that sounds a lot. In fact, it's boring, but that's the greatest shock absorber and the secret behind your investment flourishing. And there's an easy way to set it up. I have made a video on it. You can find a lot of information in this video, and I hope that helps you out. But if you have the funds already, just go for it. This is a great fix to have not only a safety in terms of your investment, but it also gives you a peace of mind. Imagine if you had a job loss. Are you gonna keep on doing your investing? Or would you be under a lot of pressure to pay your bills? Your mortgage, your rent, your house expenses, they are never gonna stop. Now, if you have 3 to 6 months of expenses put away, that gives you time not only to have a breather, but also to rethink where you want to channel your energy, what you actually want to do with your life. Or even if you wanted to start something new, you have this emergency fund to use as a cushion. But sadly, there is even a more subtle, silent mistake that people don't realize they keep on making: not paying off your high interest debt. Compounding works beautifully in investing. Einstein called it the eighth wonder of the world. And if you give it time, your investments really do compound. But look around people in their 50s and 60s who have been investing. Why aren't they millionaires? The answer is very simple. A lot of them, while they continue with investing, they also continue with their debt. And compounding works both ways, a double-edged sword. In fact, the loans have much higher interest rates than your investment rate or return. Negative compounding keeps on winning. You don't even realize it, but people often have paid up millions in debt over their lifetime. So the first thing you can do is start paying off your credit card debt or any other high interest debt that you might have. You can check out my video on that to help you quickly get out of debt and then focus on your investing. I know it's a hard decision to make. Rather than the process itself, it's the decision to be debt-free is much more important. The process is pretty simple. It just needs your time and attention. And if you are ready, or if you don't even have a debt, kudos to you. Now is the final and the most subtle step that people just take it obviously. No purpose for your money. This is where most people lose the plot. They invest, but they never really define their long-term goals versus life money. Tempting things in life happen. That home remodeling, down payment for the car, dream wedding, kids' expenses, things like that. And then they stop the very thing they built years compounding. And the fix is very simple. You just define what the money is to be used for. Give it a job. So maybe an upgrade fund for anything that is less than 5 to 8 years period. And I would recommend putting into the short-term index bond fund. And the other long-term goal like retirement or maybe kids college, which is 10-15 years down the line, putting into the S&P 500 index fund. This basically means your money has a purpose. It stops wandering around aimlessly. Oh, and by the way, on a side note, let's say after years of investing, you decided to buy that beach house. I would not take out the money in one shot from your investments. It's better to do it the same way that you invested. Slowly over a 1 or 2 year period using automatic withdrawal plan. This takes care of the market timing, the market risk, all the fluctuations and stuff. That's it, pretty simple philosophy. Once these 3 mistakes are fixed, something powerful happens. You stop switching, you stop reacting, and you stop second guessing. This creates the perfect environment for automated long-term investments to thrive. In fact, I've created a video to show you its true power and how to implement it step by step. Make sure to check it out. Remember, this video is about the foundation and that one is the engine. And that's it. Be patient, keep at it, and I'll see you on the other side.